what's for me? How's it hanging? How's it happening? You guys, this is Kevin from the Chord Progression Podcast. The podcast Rolling Stone magazine describes as one that initiates profound discussions with rock and metal artists, allowing fans to discover the creative workflow of their favorite musicians and understand the factors that make the band succeed or fall from fame. We're all sponsored by Dark Fusion Systems, the best for your cuffs and computing needs. Get $100 off your entire code CPPod at darkfusionsystems.com. Link to the podcast below. Now let's go to our feature presentation. Coming to you live from the Twin Cities. Yep, Minneapolis, St. Paul. We have Impossible Prom Kings bringing their post-hardcore, mixing that metalcore pop-punk sound together like a 2000s classic nostalgia sound that you're going to love with a fresh take on it to the podcast. We have Kyle, Hunter, and Tyler. We talk about the wacky origins of the band. We talk about their live show, and we just have a great time showing you who these guys are. And honestly, this was a hell of a lot of fun. You're going to enjoy this one. It's going to be a great way to start your day, get your day going, or end your day, or be in the middle of the day. Just enjoy a brand new band that we got for you guys. Oh, yeah. You guys ready? Let's go! Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of the Chord Progression Podcast. I feel a little sorry for you guys because the 10 minutes we talked before we even started this episode was absolutely bonkers, and I'm sad you guys missed out on it, but for the next hour or so, you're going to enjoy the rest of the conversation in full with this band all the way out from the Twin Cities with a post-hardcore sound mixing that metalcore and pop-punk sound together. Kind of have that classic 2000 sound that'll make you be thinking, oh my God, I wish Warped Tour was back. Wait, it's coming back. So you got the perfect sound to bring back that fresh nostalgia coming your way, but I said fresh because, yeah, it's fresh. They got a brand new song called Chastise out right now. Their debut EP, Diary of a Shattered Past, is expected to come out in early 2025 as they're now signed with Ghost Killer Entertainment. Yeah, I said a lot in that intro, but let's meet the guys anyway. So please welcome Kyle, Hunter, and Tyler for the band Impossible Prom Kings to the podcast. So gentlemen, welcome to the Chord Progression Podcast.
What's good?
Dude, what the fuck is up, guys? How are you guys doing today?
What the fuck is up? Dude. Yeah, well, how the fuck is up? Yeah. We're doing great, man. We're excited.
Dude, excited to have you guys here, especially taking a look at the fact that I was trying to find as much as I could about the band. I always like to do is to get prepared for it, and all I could find was that you guys were formed at the beginning of the year, and within that time, you already have a debut EP ready to come out, and you already signed to Ghost Killer Entertainment. So I want to know the full-on origin story of you guys as Impossible Prom Kings. So let's let everyone in on the story of how this band came to be. Let me hear it because I want to be let on it too.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, man. Do you want to explain how we met again?
I think we can kind of. So we were at Rockfest, right? Rockfest in Cadott, Wisconsin. It's like this. What is it? It's a whole weekend event.
Yeah, just like your bigger Danny Wimmer Presents festivals, like your Rockville Incarceration. Same.
Oh, I'm well aware. I was there in 2021.
Yeah,
I've only been there for 3 years now, and on my the last year I went alone. Just because, I didn't really have anybody to go with. None of my friends could afford it or whatever. I was the only one that managed to scrape by. I was sleeping in my truck. I brought 3 cases of beer in my truck and I was sleeping in the parking lot.
That's not enough cases of beer for a weekend like that. You need a lot more.
I brought money too. They have bars. I had both.
It's all the sender home beers, bro. The sender home.
But it was I think second day of the festival, and I had caught his old band Marrow on a set, and I liked them, whatever. But I went back for their second set, and afterward, him and I randomly met over a cigarette because I didn't have smokes.
He didn't have a cigarette,
and you didn't have,
and I didn't have a lighter.
So it worked out.
So I gave him a cigarette in exchange for the lighter, and I asked if he had caught us or whatever, and he said he liked us and that whatever. It was all cool. And we started talking more music about what we listened to and everything. And it was a whole lot of me too. I dig this.
The same kind of shit.
And so
we almost started dating.
So he buys around, and then I buy around, and then he buys one.
And then your drummer buys one.
And then next thing you know, 8 hours later, we're screaming Blink-182 lyrics to each other in the fucking porta potties, dude. just excitement back.
You were asking if I knew how, what my involvement with music was.
Yeah,
and I didn't do shit.
It was just and I heard him sing or whatever, and I was just hoping that he lived close by, and thankfully he did. And I actually ended up moving even closer. So we started hanging out and shit, and I heard him sing. I was like, dude, we should work on something sometime. And so we got together and just made a few really shitty demos, and it kind of came to be this thing that was like a side passion project because we were all in different groups at the time.
It got a lot more serious than I thought.
And this is his first band ever.
Yeah.
He's never been in a band before.
I'm still sub 1 year in music at all.
So, and after all that, we kind of came to the conclusion like, hey, man, we want to play some fucking shows, right?
Fuck yeah.
And so we started looking for some people and looked on Craigslist. I probably replied to like 4 of his fucking Craigslist ads before this one. Right. And so we always wanted to work with each other because our music taste is really similar, me and Tyler there. And it kind of worked out. And we started, jamming together or whatever. And then we found Josh, our drummer. He can't be here. We miss you again, Josh. He wasn't here for the last one either. We'll get him in here soon. We found him on New Year's Day, and he got kicked out of his band 45 minutes before we fucking called him.
Literally
45 fucking minutes before we called him. And so we just set up a plan to get together, and it was like hella awkward at first.
We went to Josh's tiny ass fucking basement.
His tiny ass basement where his drums are like taking up 3/4 of the room, and me and him are like nuts to butts, dude.
Like half the size of this room, dude.
Yeah, it was super small. And so we just started writing together, and we all became really close. And yeah, man, here we are now.
The rest of the love story.
We've been a band since January, but we haven't even been online until probably about May when we dropped Highest Tower, our first single. And dude, it's been fucking crazy. Right? Like everything that I've ever wanted is like it's starting to be in my reach now. And and it's really cool to see us like we got the noob and then the 3 rejects. You know what I mean? Like we were all either like had to leave our old project or got booted out for whatever reason, and we kind of came together, dude. Like we're the misfits of the misfits, dude. So
even worse,
Yeah, you guys got like if you guys were on the island of misfit toys, you'd gotten kicked out of that and sent to even more random island.
Like a little sub island, like an island up that island.
Island squared at this point, like it's just all the way out in the distance. A little annotation on there. That's where you guys ended up residing. But to be honest with you, I've heard some band origin stories that, usually they're pretty simple. They're pretty standard. There's usually the one that stands out. But the fact that it started from the fact that you guys just started talking to each other at Rockfest over the fact that one person had a cigarette, the other person had the lighter, and you could actually we can make the connection here. Yeah, and you were sold on the fact that that guys were in the porta potties just hearing, "Where are you?"
Yeah,
and I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Of course, it was that song.
It has to be that song. If it's not that song, I mean, the only other one I could see you doing is, something off of Dookie off from Green Day because it just makes sense for a porta potty. Beyond that, though, if you're singing, "Fuck a Dog in the Ass" by Blink-182 in the porta potties, someone's gonna question it, but it's also gonna be hysterical at the same time. And if you can find someone that you just randomly meet on a random day at a festival that you're gonna do that with, you're probably gonna become very good friends because the randomness of both you guys match up together.
It was very quickly. I was comfortable the next night of Rockfest to try to fight somebody while on mushrooms. And that was the second night he knew me.
There's this guy just handing out handfuls.
Yeah, I got a hand. Some dude comes up to me. He's like, "Hold out your hand. I did this." He fills my entire hands with mushrooms. Like I don't even know what the weight would have been, but my entire hands were just full of mushrooms. And I didn't know what to do with them.
Yeah,
you don't partake. So
no, he's like, "You want some?" I'm like, "Fuck no, dude. I'm good, man." And then he's like, "This guy, he's just looking at me weird. I don't fucking like this guy." He's like, "I want to punch this guy." I'm like, "No, dude." He's like, "I don't fucking like this guy."
We were at camp Show Me Your Butthole. That's what it was. So there's this little camp. It's all campers that park around, and they have an after party in the campground. And it's called Camp Show Me Your Butthole. But you
have to get into the campsite. You have to show them their butthole. That's how you get in.
Yeah, dude.
That's how I got in 2021.
There's already girls dancing on tables naked, beer. Why not fighting? You know what I mean? We just trying to do something that wasn't there.
We just need to add Fight Club to the mix, and we have ourselves a party. That's all we need to do.
Fucking facts, dude. Oh my god.
But I can't remember if I looked at him weird or if he looked at me weird. Something was weird.
You looked at him weird,
I don't think so. I don't know.
It was probably you looked at him weird because you thought he was looking at you weird, but he was probably just looking beyond you because he saw someone that he knew, or he was trying to find somebody else, or was probably trying to watch whatever band was on at that point in time.
Yeah, facts, dude. 100%. There was no excuse.
I had a fun brain at that point, but he ruined it. I'm just gonna if he ever if the guy sees that, I didn't mean any harm. I was on mushrooms.
All right, that is just insanely wild. But again, I can actually kind of attest that to where the random people you meet at festivals, as long as your like craziness matches theirs, you can become good friends with them. Like at Louder Than Life in 2022, me and my buddy Chris go, and we're in the parking lot tailgating. These one guy come up to us because he didn't have any sunscreen, and he's freaking ginger. So it's like, hey guys, you got any sunscreen? Yeah, sure. So his brother and his dad come over. They start drinking with us. They're like, oh, we like these guys. We've gone to Louder Than Life with them and stayed with them the past 2 years.
That's awesome.
And they're just fucking great guys. I'm like, yeah, it's just the stupid shit we do because that's the best way to go about it. But that's kind of the other thing that I think a lot of people could take in, not only if you're looking to start a band or you're a musician, but also if you're just a fan of music to find friends. It's just be open to the experience, especially at festivals, because everyone's there to go see music. Everyone's there because they love the kind of music that you enjoy, and you never know what might happen. Plus, it doesn't hurt to have some of those things that people are always asking for. Like, if you're going to be tailgating, if someone walks by and maybe says, hey, can you spare a beer? Maybe say yes, because
do it.
They're going to come over. You're going to hang out with them. They can become good friends. Or one that I always have to do because I usually forget about this, bring a lighter. I don't smoke. It's not my thing. But the amount of people that ask, hey, do you have a light? Can you believe what happens? You just by having a lighter, Impossible Prom Kings is here. That is
the fucking lighter, dude.
I did have the lighter.
He had the fucking lighter.
You had the smokes. I smoked on.
And I have the smokes.
Well, now I got to go to Tyler on this one because you were apparently, according to the story, found on Craigslist. So how did this all come in to bring you into Impossible Prom Kings?
His original owner lost him.
At the time, I was kind of like out of music for a little while, and I was like, maybe I'll try and get back into it. So I looked on Craigslist, saw Hunter's ad, replied to it, and I get a text message back. Is this Tyler? I was like, yeah, who the hell's this?
They knew it was you, didn't
and Hunter and I had talked in the past. We've known each other for a while through growing up in the same area, being in the same area, playing in different bands. And we've tried working together before, and then it just finally worked out this time. And then, I went to go do a tryout. I thought I was complete ass, but they seemed to like me. And then they're like, yeah, let's do this, and let's look for a drummer. And then, the old Craigslist crap. And no one even uses Craigslist anymore. That was random as hell.
Weren't you under the understanding that everyone thought Tyler was an asshole when we met him?
Oh yeah,
like,
he's just
it's for some reason.
No, it wasn't that. It's what would you say? You're just shy?
Yeah, shy, quiet kid. Everyone thinks I'm awkward.
You're the backpack.
I play bass though. Like, I don't need to be
You're the kid with the backpack, Tyler.
Nobody can see me. Nobody can hear me.
Exactly.
We love you, buddy. We love having you.
No one can see him, no one can hear him, but you need him. You 100%. Need that behind there.
You can't see him, you can't hear him, but you can sure as fuck feel him.
Giggity.
Yes, you can.
Oh my God. And then all of a sudden, of course, you find your drummer, and the fact that you found him 45 minutes after he got kicked out of his previous band. How crazy is that? But also, how lucky is that to find a drummer who
extremely lucky
gets kicked out of his band and you find him literally in that time frame? Because I've seen and heard from people when it comes to finding drummers for a band or really trying to get something going, it's like everyone's always looking for a drummer, and it seems like drummers are a part of like 3 or 4 other bands at that point in time. So it's like, oh shit, you found the golden free agent at that point, and just boom, we're gonna take him.
We just see everybody that shit up.
He does participate in a few side projects for the most part, but like I don't know. It seems like he's always
it seems like the thing with drummers is that, like you said, they're either in like 95,672 bands, or they just don't want to do what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
We just got really fucking lucky. So, and we love our Josh. I really wish he was here.
Yeah, me too.
You know what? Next time. There's always going to be a next time. I mean, the way this conversation already started, I'm like, yep, there's definitely going to be a next time. So
let's fucking do it, man. Let's do it.
Like, I'm already sold on it at this point. And then you guys just got signed to Ghost Killer Entertainment, literally less than a year of forming this whole entire thing, a little bit over a year past the singing in the porta potties and the mushrooms and Craigslist. So how did you guys get connected with Ghost Killer Entertainment, and how'd you sign with them?
So how that kind of worked was Tyler, our motherfucker here. He is great at sharing our music. The guy that actually runs Ghost Killer, his name's Zach. He's actually from Minnesota originally. So he follows a lot of like the local pages and things like that. And Tyler had shared Rapunzel, our second single that came out, on those groups, and that's how he found us. Mm-hmm. And so he left a comment on there like, you know, so glad to see post-hardcore back in Minnesota, or
we didn't think anything of it.
Something like that, he said. And I was like, you know, I've been following Ghost Killer since I was like probably 14 years old, and I'm 23 now. I turned 24 on Saturday.
Woo!
But yeah, so it's been quite a while. So I was like, you know, they have a demo submission. Let's shoot it and see what he says. And we just got and start chatting, and became friends.
From Ghost Killer.
I was just excited to even hear anything. Like, I didn't even think I was gonna get a response. So like, it made my heart really happy to like even see that, you know, they got back to us. But it ended up turning into really beautiful friendship. And yeah, man, it just kind of one thing led to another, and you know, here we are.
I'm still kind of in shock about it.
Yeah, me too. It hasn't been that long.
I haven't, you know, all you guys have been in bands for like 4+ years, and here I am.
Yeah, you fucking
I don't know.
Motherfucker. But yeah, it was
not jealous of him at all.
It was so fucking hard to stay quiet about it though, because we signed probably like 2 months ago at this point. We had to be quiet that whole time until we put Chastise out. So it was tough.
Oh, I can see it being tough. It's like you finally got signed to something that you absolutely love, especially following it for the past 10 years like you have, Hunter. Yeah. So it stands out to something that speaks to not only the greatness that is in your music, because would someone, you know, especially like Zach, I want to give him a shout out though, because I am friends with him on Facebook. He always posts a lot of cool shit. So, and he's doing a great thing with Ghost Entertainment. So shout out to you, my man. Beyond that though, it stands out to say, you know, someone who has been consistently in music and always looking for something new, not only saw your music and listened to it, but really took the time to really get behind it. And then when you guys were able to start that conversation, got fully behind the band, given you had members that have been in a lot of previous projects, have been wanting to do this for quite a while, or you get someone like Kyle who it's his first project and it's just like the first thing that pops up. But it also it's also a cool thing too, because it's, even though, you know, for Kyle, I want to take a look at for you, for example. Yeah, it's your first project, and all of a sudden it just comes out of nowhere like, oh my God, this is great. But you're seeing the viability of like where a great band and a great group of friends can really take this, and how much further you can go, especially with this much success early on. But then Hunter and Tyler, for guys like you that have been doing this for a while, yeah, it might be like, okay, he got it right away, and we've had to work for it.
We worked for this.
Maybe you needed the whole concoction of everybody together to make this sound, to really come together and make this work. If it wasn't for that, then you guys might be still meddling in some other bands and not getting to this point, or not having this great of music or the connection that you have together.
I don't even know if I would be in music without this band, to be honest.
Really?
I don't know. Well, it was very random how this band became a thing. Like, I've thought about being in bands, but I never really had an opportunity, because I'm like from this tiny ass town in Illinois that has like nobody. There's probably one band from there, and it was all people that were already in their 50s, you know? So like, I've never really had the opportunity.
What was like a Bachman Turner Overdrive cover band?
No, I think I can't. What was it? That's what it was. Their band name was the Sofa Kings. And their bottles that they were so fucking good. Like, I do remember that. It's like 40, 50-year-old men. That was the only band I remember from my town.
That sounds kind of fucking dope, though, dude.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Fucking dope.
There wasn't people that liked the kind of music I liked that also made kind of music like that. You know what I mean? there was a lot of country singers, that kind of stuff, but they're all solo stuff and not really actually bands. Like I don't know. The band stuff was a curiosity for me, not so much like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just never really had a chance to get into music until I moved to Minnesota, where there's more than 4 people.
Yeah, it's always seemed that way, especially when it comes to trying to find other people that are in the same kind of music you are, especially when it's more in a rock and metal type of variety. You have to go to places that have a lot bigger of a population. You have to go to those cities because it seems like, especially when you get further out into more rural areas or smaller towns, they tend to lean more towards whatever's popular at the time or whatever's going on in country music. But especially with you being from a small town, Illinois, I mean, if you would have gone to somewhere like Chicago, you would have found a whole bunch of people in the scene that really
definitely
fosters that. If you would have come up by where I'm at in Milwaukee, you'd have seen the whole entire thing too, just on a slightly smaller scale. You go to the Twin Cities, it has the same potential for that with a musical background that has the innovation behind it. When you think of people that have come from Minnesota, of course, the one that stands out is Prince. Right. So it adds to this feeling of there is so much that can be done. All you have to do is put yourself in the position to potentially find those people. And it is a scary leap for a lot of people to go somewhere else and try something new without really knowing anybody there. And you never know what might happen. I kind of did something similar to that when I went to college, coincidentally, at the University of Minnesota. Didn't know anybody there, and I just went for it, and I said, screw it. And I kind of moved back home, but for those 3.5 years, you had to learn a couple of things about yourself. And now trying to talk to people, hanging out with people, finding people to do stuff I like to do, man, that's super simple because I did something like that. And you found that too by going back up to Minnesota and seeing what the music scene is like, and just when you had a chance to try something, taking it and seeing where it led you.
You gotta take it.
So fucking cool.
I'm glad I took it. Because there was many chances for it to just fizzle out and nothing ever came of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we pushed really. I pushed him really hard. I was like, "You're doing this."
When the band started too, I was a professional mover for a living. I was just moving people's shit in and out of their houses. That's all I did. I did that and came home, ate, and slept. It was pretty much that for a few years. I don't know. It was getting.
I bet you had more money then, though.
Oh, I definitely had more money. That's for sure. But I got more beer now, so I'm happy.
Yeah, he's got more beer now. But I want to add to that too, Kyle, because you might have had more money when you were doing stuff and moving stuff, but at the same time, if you had just stuck with that, and it's like, okay, maybe this thing with Impossible Prom Kings, maybe you would just let that fizzle out because, the money's not there right away.
Right.
Then you might just be always looking back in life and thinking, what if I would have done that? What if I would have tried that? What if music became such a bigger thing for me? And I regret not trying to get into that in a specific way. You might have just sat in there and stewed in that, and it would just ate you away consistently. But you tried it. You gave it a shot with people that you just randomly connected with, but really had a strong connection with because of those random connections. And boom, now again, you're not even a year into this when we're talking, you guys, and you have a brand new EP expected in early 2025. You've signed with Ghost Killer Entertainment. Who else can say they've already gotten that much going for them? It's insane. It literally is insane at this point. I'm
not really sure, but I'm in no place to understand why that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like why would people I don't know what it is to be a musician, to absolutely work my ass off and then see something like that happen.
I mean, you put in the work though too.
I think I did. I do put in a lot of work.
We didn't just get here, by you just popping in.
No,
and going,
but
hi, I'm Kyle.
I definitely think I'm lucky. I definitely think that was one of my only chances. I don't think something like, I would have regretted it if I wouldn't have. Because you can always go back to being normal. You can't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you, dog.
You can always fall back on the 9-to-5 white picket fence shit. You can always do that.
Yeah, and then work at a soulless corporation or work a manual labor job that just sucks the life out of you. Go and get married, you have a wife, have a kid, maybe get a house. Maybe not get a house in this economy. We don't know, but
Right.
And then like live paycheck to paycheck to try and keep up with certain things in life that you feel like you have to keep up with versus trying to go after your dreams. And if they work out, holy shit, are you living the life?
Yes.
But if they don't work out, and again, I hope they do, but for the chance that they don't, the thing is, you can always look back and say, we tried, we had a great time. I met a lot of great people. It was such an important part of my life, and I'm much better off because of it. So by making that leap and making that decision, man, I mean, and this is for all of you guys too, it's going to be something that give it 20, 30 years, you're going to look back in life and think, yeah, it was all worth it, no matter how it ends up.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely not in this for fucking money. That's for sure. We love the music. We love connecting with people, you know, both fans and other musicians alike, and wanting to travel, dude. Like, go see things, go see, you know, people, and just get out there and do our music. It's a passionate thing, you know. It's about passion. It's about what we love to do. We do this, you know, for ourselves, but in hopes that we can connect with other people and give them a sort of outlet that we want in other musicians too, as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's so the greatest musicians are the ones who are able to connect with fans and connect with people and make them feel something a lot greater than they think that's within themselves. I mean, even though she's not rock and metal by any means, take a look at Taylor Swift, how her music connects with so many people on a way that no people, especially these younger women, never thought they could experience probably beforehand. So when she's gone and played 3 nights in stadiums across the United States and across the world as well, they sell out instantly. It's because of music that has a connection like that. Now, of course, who else is going to be on that level? Probably nobody for quite a while. Right. However, there's so many other bands out there that you guys love, especially the bands that have influenced you guys to make the kind of music you make. Sure. That positive influence has been the thing that has driven them forward too, to create moments like that. So you guys have a chance to not only create moments like that for other musicians, but for other people that just love music to get into it and maybe feel something even greater than they ever thought they could feel, or listen to a song and understand something about themselves that they never thought they could, because now they have a tangible way to think about it and explain it through the way your lyrics work, through the way your vocals work, and through the way the song progresses to understand that emotional feeling from beginning to end.
Right.
100%. I can agree with that.
And I've always thought too, it's like, it's even, we have a wonderful fan base. The fans we do have, I know we don't have a whole crap load, you know, but the fans we do have are amazing. We have fans that come into our TikToks just to hang out with us. It'll be like super late. They'll have stuff to do. They'll like, you know, be late to work, that kind of stuff.
They'll stay on all night just to talk with us. And they're just some of the best fucking people in the world. And like, that's what I want for people that, you know, can connect with us, is to always be kind to one another too. You know, always be that person that,
at least attempt to,
that at least, you know, tries to be there for other people. You know, sometimes people need help and they're too afraid to say anything, you know. Somebody to talk to, somebody to, you know, even just connect with. It. Everybody needs someone, you know. Everybody has that person, you know what I mean?
We get a lot of the comments of like that people have had a bad day, but then they realize that we were streaming, and you know,
and they come in and us being fucking stupid, drinking too much beer probably, and fucking throwing shit around, makes them laugh. And you know what? That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about, you know. And in the music we make, you know, we've all had our very dark moments, and we've all, one way or another in this band, we've all struggled with mental health and things like that. And it's just nice to be able to like help people through things like that when we've experienced it ourselves too. You know, we're all human. We all go through it.
It's also helpful in our cases too. You know, having people like that, you know, it makes you feel appreciated. Like you're actually, someone out there's listening. I don't think music is about the 1,000 people that don't listen to you. It's about the one that does. You know what I mean?
Facts. That's 100%. That's the best way to fucking put that.
Well, even look at all the bands that have grown recently in the past couple of years. When they were tinier or when they didn't seem like they were going to get anywhere, it's because, it wasn't about the thousands of people that weren't listening. It was about the one person that was, or the 10 people that were at the live shows. And, you know, sometimes bands only are able to get like 20 or 30 people to show up. It's not about the people that didn't buy the tickets that said they were. It's about the people that did buy the tickets are actually there, and you can give them a night that they're going to remember, that's going to impact them positively, maybe just for their day tomorrow, maybe for the rest of the week, or maybe it's going to be a show they look back and think about, man, that was a show that really helped me enjoy this a lot more, really helped me turn it around, really helped me remember that there's more to life than, you know, what I was feeling at the time, because I've had that moment too. And to even give you guys credit for, we were talking about going on TikTok live streams and giving people like that positive feeling from the fan side just by hanging out with you guys and maybe staying up a little too late. I mean, you guys are essentially doing the same thing right now. I didn't have the best day either, and I was like, man, we'll see what happens when I jump on this call. I know it's going to be fun, but how fun is it going to be? You guys already had me in a super positive mood in the first, like, 30 seconds, so...
I'm really happy to hear that, man. That's what we're here for, man.
I felt the same. Instant, like, I'm not, like, I don't know. There's been some interviews where I just kind of feel like Wow.
It's not that any were bad necessarily,
No,
but
bad.
I would definitely agree with him in the fact that we have never been this comfortable.
There's
hopping
some
on
that are
before,
more
so
energetic.
Thank you for bringing that fucking hype and being so welcoming. Like that's what we're about. We like to share that kind of fucking vibe going on. So this is cool.
Oh, if I didn't come in and bring, full on, hypa style electric cowboy type energy, what would I honestly be doing out here? I'd just be like, so how was it doing? No, fuck that shit. I don't want to do any of that.
No, you got to stand out.
Yeah.
No, we got to stand out. We got to talk about stories about how, you tried to fight someone after he gave you some magic mushrooms. Or, I was about to say, when it comes to festivals, you'd be surprised at how much shit gets offered to you because someone at the same festival, just a different year, came around and was offering me a bag of, let's just say it was powdered sugar, but it wasn't. And I was like, oh yeah, it was Coke, a cola. But I was like, yeah, not today.
Hit me up in a few days.
Yeah, it was like maybe hit me up when Limp Bizkit's ready to go on stage, but not at the end of night one.
Holy shit.
When it's like, I'm probably ready to pass out at any point within the next hour. I'm pretty drunk, and let's not go down that route because bad things are going to happen. I'm probably going to try and fight somebody, and next thing you know, I'm either going to end up in 3 places. Jail, randomly in the woods, or still in my tent with a whole bunch of blood on my knuckles.
Oh my God. I love it. I fucking love it, dude.
Hey, that's how it works. What can we say? It's just,
you do get your, it's like a sport, it's like a spinning wheel, and whatever you land on is just your emotion for the next 8 hours.
Really?
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just up. You're choosing violence today, my friend. Have fun with that one. But the problem is, you're gonna choose violence, but it's uncontrolled violence. So you're gonna swing at something, and you might end up hitting a person in the face that's 2 times the size of you that could easily knock you out in one punch. Or you might hit a tree and break your hand because why are you trying to fight a tree? And
but you gotta try, dude.
I thought I could take out Groot here, but apparently I can't.
Holy shit, man.
So, also, so for everyone out there, when you guys go and see Impossible Prom Kings play live, maybe hold off on the magic mushroom, maybe hold off on the Coca-Cola, maybe hold off on all the, crazy shit. I mean, if you're going to have a beer or two, have a beer or two. Just don't be the dude that's going to be in the middle of the pit throwing up because he drank way, way, way too much and had one shot to the stomach. Because I've seen that happen, it's not a good time.
Do it after. You can come around us and do it after.
Yeah, we'll hang. Look, but after.
Well, speaking about the live show, I got to ask you guys, so to get more people in you, get more people hyped up to see you, what is a live show for Impossible Prom Kings like? Especially with the kind of sound you guys make, what's a live show like?
Extremely serious business.
Oh, fuck.
No, dude. Man, we just go up and we play our hearts out, man. We like to really push the energy that we feel a lot when writing the things, and also just unless you're a musician, you're not really gonna understand what I'm saying. But there's a certain way when you just ring out a certain chord in the beginning of just one section that you really love, you're just mean mugging, goosebumps go, and your adrenaline kicks on, man.
The best drug ever.
And for me, a big one for me is when we play Chastise, dude. That one specifically, my goal is to always try to get a circle pick going, dude. I love when people are throwing the fuck down and just being like animals. That's what it's about. Letting out that aggression, letting out all that pent up fucking stress, dude. We're here to have fun and party. So we're just fun, man. We like to play and make it a party, and
we
hopefully make everyone's nights better. Yeah,
got our pre-show ritual.
When I say unga, you say bunga, unga,
bunga,
unga,
bunga.
Got it. We haven't quite
our
learned
live
it.
show is still growing too.
But that's the
what, Tyler?
Said our live show is still growing too. We're still putting more and more into it. We got plans, lights and things. We want to just go crazy.
We're upgrading to actual quality in-ear monitors tomorrow or the next day.
Well, I mean, that'd be a good idea to keep upgrading the show and keep adding things to it that you think are going to make it even better. Because, yes, you can go up on stage and you can make it the most energetic possible by your actions, by how you're interacting with the crowd. But there's going to be so much you can do to drive off of that. And there are certain people in the crowd too that want to have that enhanced visual experience when it comes to lights, when it comes to whatever else is on stage, because that's how they connect with it. Myself, I could honestly care less about all the production and the lights because I want to just be in the pit. And that's where my, like, you're saying, like, when you hit that, when you were saying, Hunter, when you hit that riff and it's like something you're absolutely anticipating and it gets everyone else going, it's like that, like, rush of like endorphins, that rush of like positivity that just gets you going. It's the dopamine effect. For me, that's when I'm in the pit. So it's like, if you guys are going to induce that, I'm totally down for it. And if you just want to create some absolute havoc in there, especially with a song like Chastise, with that second verse and with that breakdown, yeah, absolutely go for it. If it's create a circle pit, or if it's just grab the person next to you and have fun and throw them around, or if you want to do something even crazier and tell everyone to get on the ground and play night crawlers during the song, totally go for it.
That's a good fucking idea. Maybe we should try that on Friday.
I've only ever seen one band do it, and holy shit, everyone got into it. But it was fun. It was hysterical. Yeah. When they said, I want you to play night crawlers like you're Charlie and Frank from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, literally, I want to say around 75 to 100 people got on the floor. We were just for the whole song just like rolling on top of each other. It was funny. And I'm like, I can't wait to do that again.
Yeah, well, maybe we should try that on Friday. Right, one coming up.
Games. I want you to ring around the rosy.
Ring around the rosy,
dude. Just honestly, because everyone does a lot of the same stuff. Like, okay, circle pit, 2-step, wall of death. Okay, if you got to, throw down and just start, hardcore dancing if you want to. But like, there's certain bands that just do these random ass things, or they take those like common tropes and they up it to a different level that just end up saying out for so many people in the crowd. Like if the Nightcrawlers thing, or the same band that I spoke about with that, they're a band called Belushi Speedball. Before they even started their set, the pit was littered with a whole bunch of toilet paper and loaded Nerf guns.
Before they
even started. And it's just like, I remember that, or I remember stuff like for Avoid when they split the crowd, all of a sudden Benny will call like, when this hits, hit the dude, and he'll point out somebody, and just like, it's usually the most random person there. It's like, hit the dude in the Day to Remember shirt. Yeah, I'm talking to you. And it's some random dude that's not even paying attention. It's like, huh? And he could be in the back of the crowd, but at that point in time, it's like, okay, we're all kind of into this. But it's all about that crowd interaction experience, and especially if you got a pit going, how can you have fun with that to add to it? Think about Sanguis Sugabog when they throw the football in there and it's a murder ball. It's something that stands out so much that people go to those shows just to experience that. And it's not something you have to do for every song. It's not something to do every single show. But it's something if, you want to put it in there, people start to hear about it, and you guys have fun with it. You guys enjoy it. The fans enjoy it.
We'll invent the musical pit, and it stops when the music stops, and then it continues when you keep.
That would be cool. Or another one is like, if I have too much to drink at a show, I do what's called leapfrogging in the pit. So I'll jump and like actually like put my legs over my shoulders like a frog hopping, and I just do it in circles. I want to see it. I want to see a pit do that one of these times.
Leapfrog.
Yeah,
playing leapfrog.
I only do it after I'm like fucked though. Like I should probably go home, but I'm just feeling that music too much, and I'm like, nope, I'm a frog right now, ribbit motherfucker.
Or if someone's starting to do the rope pit, do like, okay, dog pile on the rope pit, let's go.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Tug of war could be kind of sick.
Tug of war
would be kind of cool.
We got some ideas now.
I mean, you guys got to bring a pretty big rope, and it's like we're doing tug of war, Squid Game style.
Yeah.
Whoever loses has to leave the show or has to leave the pit for this song.
I love it. We got ideas now. Thanks, man.
In the tug of war.
Yeah. I can see, or like, what happens if you guys decide to do the tug of war during the show? Like, not necessarily when you're playing, like, alrighty, we want in on this. If you guys win, you go up on stage and play the next song.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you'll have to do that, dude.
Just have 5 random people, even if they don't play, come on and try to do something.
That would be fucking awesome. I would love the fuck out of that.
And that's what I'm here for. It's like, I'll think of some crazy ass ideas, and like, I just get inspired. I'll start speaking about them. And this is one thing I hope. I always hope that the bands that I bring this stuff up to kind of take it as their own and just run with it. And if I ever see it happen or ever find out that it happened, I'm not like, oh man, they stole my idea. I'm like, I'm just happy they fucking did it because that's funny.
Right. But you'd get credits for it though, for sure.
We'll credit you,
So
homie.
who was that guy that told us that'd be cool to...
Who's that guy that told us to do that? Oh yeah.
Well, I had one band on. It was like they kept talking about how like their slogan was your mom's favorite metalcore band. And I told them, you guys need to put that on a T-shirt because you don't know how hot that would sell.
That's awesome.
And like their last two, right? Like they put like a photo of their merch and it wasn't on there. And I quickly commented on their like Instagram page and like, where is it? Like, where is your mom's favorite metalcore band T-shirt, like, or Hot Mom's metalcore band shirt? Like, where was it? Where is it? I'm like, I don't even want credit for it. I just want to see it happen because I know it would be a hit.
Just need to see its existence.
Yeah, and it's like, honestly, would I buy one? Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, I would.
Would I go and play tug of war with you guys in the pit to try and get a chance to go up on stage and play terribly? Yeah, I would. I'd feel bad for Josh though because I would definitely go back on the drums and I'd have to make sure I wouldn't do what I used to do as a kid playing drums and beat the fuck out of him and destroy the drum heads. Yeah, but I don't want to be the one responsible for breaking a drum head and then that's the set. Like I gotta be somewhat responsible.
How many pairs of sticks does Josh break during practice?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like
dude.
3 or 4 every single practice, even.
He breaks a fuckload at our shows too. I think I've seen him go through like 5 or 6 in one set one time.
You guys have to start investing in a lumber yard or something,
right,
just to get some returns on all those sticks.
Having a drumstick shop built in the basement.
That'd be nice.
We produce all of our equipment in-house.
You hear that, companies? You can endorse us anytime. We'll take it. We'll take an endorsement.
Can we get a Vic Firth endorsement for these guys?
Yeah, and then I'll take an Ibanez endorsement. That would be nice.
All right, Tyler, what kind of endorsement can we get for you?
Ernie Ball.
Ernie Ball.
That's
a good one.
It's a good one to be endorsed by.
And Kyle, what can we try and get you?
Probably various fast food chains would be kind of
Oh, that brings me to the point. Oh, bringing this up. For the people that are watching this, if you're watching this and you've been following us since the beginning, you'll see our first TikTok that did even just a smidge. Like, we had him in a crown, a Burger King crown. He was wearing a Burger King crown, sitting in his truck all greasy, smoking a Lucky Strike cigarette, and we're like day one of plugging our band using the Whopper Wi-Fi, Burger King's Wi-Fi.
I was on the Burger
King because his Wi-Fi got shut off. So now it's like this long running joke that we need to make another part 2 called the Whopper Wi-Fi Burglar. The Whopper Wi-Fi.
What was there, 2 parts?
There was only 2.
So like our band, we had just started our TikTok and we were looking for ways to push it and promote it and stuff. So I just figured to go look homeless in my vehicle in front of a Burger King, use their Wi-Fi to do all of it because mine was shut off at home. I'd lost my job at that point, but I made do. I think we're up to 1,500 followers in like the first week.
It went really fast. Yeah, I don't know.
It didn't take very long, and that video alone got like 8,000 views.
We'll have to do more.
We
need another part.
Do more of stealing the Burger King Wi-Fi.
The Whopper Wi-Fi burglar shall fucking return. He's coming back.
Yeah, but at that point in time, Kyle's got to wear the crown, still the Lucky Strike cigarette, but make sure you got like a Lone Star beer as well, so it just adds to the whole aesthetic. And then like have a zoom in on the phone and just have it looking all like a dirty screen, and then just have it be posting like the band's newest song or something.
Yeah, the second part had him in. It has his bare feet.
I have like dirty ass
bare feet sitting in the bed of his truck. After he looked like he hadn't showered in like fucking 2 weeks, I have. Dude.
Well, now with winter coming, I mean, you guys are in Minnesota. You guys got to just sit out there like Burger King hat, no shirt, just boxers, and it's like, yep, we're doing this.
Can we film a music video in an igloo?
That'd be cool about that, but that would be cool as fuck.
You could probably make that happen. I mean, as long as you get enough snow up there.
You could like at least make that illusion, if you built it right in a room. That'd be sick.
That would be sick.
Sick, cool. Igloo, cool.
Hey, man, as long as the song is pretty cold, that's all that matters.
Hell yeah, dude.
Then the story of the video could be like sled dogs losing their people in the mountains and they have to like eat each other and shit.
This man comes up with the most expensive fucking ideas. We're like brainstorming what we wanted to do for Chastise. He's like, listen, we're on a plane and it's exploding, right? And I'm like, this is racking up to like $250,000.
Every word is
Really?
fucking a grand.
It's just every word is like, here's $15,000 right there to make that work. All right, here's 20 grand.
Dude, Kyle just wants to make video quality of like the recent like falling in reverse videos.
Money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like the falling in reverse videos, dude. That would be his ideal.
Hey man, you need money for that. You need money to go see Knocked Loose as well to make sure you can see him. Impossible Prom Kings OnlyFans.
Zach,
it's gonna happen.
Help.
We need our we're
I
gonna
need $25,000 for a music video.
IPK OnlyFans in the works. It's coming early 2025.
You actually sold on that idea?
Yep, we're doing it. Yep.
It'll
We
come
didn't
out
even
the same.
talk about this. I mean,
Early 2025, we're gonna get IPK OnlyFans and of course Diary of a Shattered Past, the brand new EP from you guys. Perfect segue into there. Oh, did I just do that? Yes, I did. So, what can we expect from the brand new EP from you guys? What can the fans expect? And what can people that are not in the band yet be like, oh shit, I gotta go check it out? What can we expect from you guys on that one?
So, 3 of the songs are already out, but we're planning to play 6 or 7. We haven't fully decided on one yet. I can't really talk about that yet. But
classified.
It is classified intel, but if it works out, it's gonna be cool as fuck. We'll just leave it at that. Anyway, we do have a song that's like kind of a ballad, because we haven't put one out like that yet, and it gets really heavy, and there's like a 23-second long scream in it.
Yeah.
And that's pretty fucking nasty.
It's disgusting.
There's more like we have a song that's more reminiscent of like Mayday Parade. It's like a piano ballad where all the or like If It Means a Lot to You, From a Day to Remember, that kind of style. We do have one like that, and then what was the other one? We have one that's a pop punk anthem that has a 2-step hardcore fucking breakdown and a diminished sweeping arpeggio in it. So imagine a deathcore riff meeting pop punk. So it's wild, man. And if you come to our shows, you've probably heard it.
What's another thing too? Like, we don't limit ourselves.
We just write what we
just
want,
write
man.
what we want to.
We just write what we
sound
want.
Like us.
We're like, does it check these boxes? Does it sound like IPK? Does it?
Did we make this? Yes, we did.
We
must have made this.
Yeah. So it's a collection of songs that we all have worked very hard on, and it's just really cool to bring it to light finally here pretty soon, hopefully. As soon as possible.
As soon as possible, that's where early 2025 comes in. But I like what you guys are saying about that too, especially when it comes from what's going to be on the EP. It's not going to be the same thing over and over again. You're not trying to play it safe. You're trying to make sure that you know what the sound that's at the core of Impossible Prom Kings is. But beyond that, you want to see what else you can do, what else you can try, because I've seen so many bands. It's like, yeah, we're coming out with an EP. And it's like 3, 4, 5 songs even, and they're all very similar, especially if it's a brand new one too, or your first one. And it's like, I get it to the point where people are going to listen and it's like, okay, that's a consistency thing. They're going to know what they're going to get into. But if you're not exactly into that specific style of music, then you're probably going to not want to get into it, especially as a newer band, because people are rather hesitant about getting into bands that they don't necessarily know or are newer. That's where we're trying to constantly push them out there and be like, hey, we're giving the full endorsement here I'm giving the full endorsement because I'm a one-man show still. But yeah, you should go check out these guys. But I like what you're doing by thinking about, okay, let's go with something that's a little bit heavier. Let's go with something that has a little more of that ballad feel. But does it still have what we want at our core in there so that we can do a pop punk song with a deathcore breakdown that makes no sense? But when you listen to it, oh yeah, it does make sense. Yes. And I wish I could see you guys play live, because I would love to see how that goes from everyone just in a great, pop punk style mood to the next thing you know, me and my buddy Shane are punching each other in the face because of the deathcore breakdown. We want to see who can beat each other up better. Shane, I'm coming after you, man. Like I do every show.
And then after that, the tears come.
You said you're in Milwaukee?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna try to hit back in Wisconsin this spring, because we had to cancel because we had a show booked in Chippewa Falls and then Portage. We were gonna do a Wisconsin run a few weeks ago, and some personal stuff came up because I'm expecting a child Christmas Day. It'll be my second, so we want to get back out to Wisconsin this spring, hopefully.
Yeah, come to the Milwaukee area, man. I know there's some venues that definitely, especially for, you guys just starting to grow, that would definitely be perfect for your size. Beyond that, though, have the space and the notoriety of like, hey, people are going to come here and people are going to have one hell of a time. So if you guys show up, especially the one I will definitely plug at this point in time is X-Ray Arcade. It is in Cudahy, Wisconsin. It's just outside of, well, that's my dad, and I'm going to talk to him later. Because I'm currently
Imagine he picks up and has like a 20.
Damn, my dad never calls me.
Oh no, my parents' Wi-Fi went out last night and it has been able to get fixed. I've been trying to fix it for him all day. So,
oh man,
yeah. I mean, it's just frustrating because stupid internet companies. But again, I'll talk to him later. Beyond that, though, what I was going off is you guys should definitely try and hit up, X-Ray Arcade in Cudahy, Wisconsin. It's just outside of Milwaukee. It's like a 300 cap venue. It's literally a bar, a bunch of different arcade games, and then just a nice venue in the back with signs on the wall that say "Dance at your own risk."
That sounds fucking awesome.
Last time I was there, and last time no barricade either. Last time I was there, I saw a show with Sanguis Sukabog, and headlining was Kubla Khan. That was fucking wild.
I bet, dude. I seen Kubla Khan one time, and they're fucking
like
else,
throw
man.
down, people jumping off the stage diving. It was nuts, and that's what basically happens there. It's like, as a band, whatever rules you guys want to set, go for it. Make the show your own and make it fun.
I love it, dude. We'll have to look into that for sure.
Yeah, or if there's other bands that are kind of like coming through and you just try and get added to the bill, definitely do it. If there's a band from Chicago called Belmont, if they make it up at some point in time in like 2025 and they play X-Ray, try and get on that bill as maybe a one spot opener, because my God, that crowd will show up and it is going to be the perfect crowd that's going to want to just be energetic, hyped up and everything. You guys would be perfect for it.
That would be sick. I've heard a little bit
That'd
of
be
Belmont.
awesome.
I really like their shit. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that was the one that stood out to me. I'm like, I know they're due to come back at some point. So
Yeah, dude.
Just waiting. Just waiting.
Waiting on Belmont to come back. Yeah. Just so
Fast.
Impossible Prom Kings can play with one hell of a great band.
Hell yeah, dude. We got to
sick.
do it. We don't have a big show under our belt yet, so let's make it happen.
Hey, I'm trying to talk into it. You guys can pitch it to, if you see a show at X-Ray, I just look at it, pitch it, maybe get added to the bill out of nowhere. You never know. They always got you always got a chance to try something.
Right.
Because
Worst they can do is just not say anything.
Yeah.
You guys got
Worst
room
thing
for tug of war in that room?
Got room for tug of
Got room
war?
for tug of war in there?
Just be like, the crowd will make room for tug of war. It'll happen.
I love it.
Hey, we were able to play murder ball there, so it's fine. Hey, again, on the side of the walls, it says "Dance at your own risk." They're already telling you right then and there, it's gonna be a good time.
Facts, dude.
It's legal disclosure. It's perfectly set. Well, guys, I've been having a lot of fun today with this one. You guys definitely made my day with this, and I do want to ask you one more question before I wrap this up. It's something
I don't know.
I love to ask every single artist and every single band I bring on here, as a way for us to continue to enjoy new music, but for you guys to get the word about more new music that you guys love. So I've got 1, 2, 3 here. I'm gonna want one from each of you, okay?
All right.
So between all three of you, can you guys name me 3 bands or artists that you love that you would love to see more people get into right now?
I have to check my phone for this briefly. Of who I've been listening.
A local band from Minnesota for me would be Odds of an Afterthought. They're fucking sick.
I mean, I think we can plug Nick's band here. I'm into his stuff a lot.
Stars Never
Stars
Die.
Never
Duluth
Die
is
out of
really
Minnesota.
good.
Duluth, Minnesota area. Are we doing focusing more on local bands or just anything in general?
Just kind of anything in general that you're into. I usually like to go with a smaller band though, just to kind of plug that and get more people into new music.
Our boys in Spirits. They're fucking
Spirits.
sick.
Where are they from? Texas?
Oregon.
Why do I always
Oregon.
think Texas? I always think Texas.
Arsenic Kitchen. Those guys are fucking sick too. They just dropped a new one. Really good shit. Damn. I'm trying to look. I don't really
we do
remember
have label
everybody
mates
as well.
We have label mates as
We
well.
do.
Have the
we do
Failsafe.
play-
They're great.
Oh, the Failsafe has been on here twice already
The
this year.
Failsafe is sick.
We love the Failsafe. Those are our boys too. Fucking sick. So
yeah, how about 5 or 6 collectively from all of us? Does that work?
Oh yeah. Everyone breaks the rules at some point in time. I was gonna be if you guys were gonna add some Minnesota ones in there too, I've been add By the Thousands in there, add Reflections in there.
For sure.
Even though
Those
they're
guys are awesome.
even though they're bigger, I don't give a shit. Everyone needs to listen to After the Burial.
Oh,
Yes.
facts.
Oh,
dude.
definitely.
Dude,
100,000%.
fucking facts. I love those guys.
It's just hard to think of like all smaller local stuff right on the top. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Shout out to my old homies and my old band Marrow. I love them guys
Marrow's
still.
good
They're
shit,
still
too.
very good friends of mine, and we're playing together on Friday actually.
Yeah.
So that'll be sick. Yeah, dude, just everybody, like, if you look at our like shows that we played, anybody that we play with, we pick very carefully who we surround ourselves with, very carefully. So you know, we like the music with the people we're playing with. So anybody that you see on a flyer with us, they're probably pretty fucking good.
well, it's just dope to make friends.
Yeah.
Just music, like just friends in the music industry. It's so awesome so far, for me at least.
Making friends in the music industry, it's fun because F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me, and is for anywhere and anytime at all down here in the deep blue sea.
And
bitch.
it's for nuclear bombs.
And is for no survivors. Why not? Plankton.
What was that?
It's good old SpongeBob.
Yeah,
I'm not in the loop as much
it's
anymore.
fucking dude. I breathe those SpongeBob.
You breathe
memes.
SpongeBob?
Dude. I fucking love SpongeBob.
Well, the real question is, before I wrap this up, Hunter, is where's the leak, ma'am?
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
It's a giraffe.
I love
Inner
it.
machinations
I
of
love
my
it.
mind are an enigma.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Well, I should have opened up this whole entire call with just him going, "Who are you people?"
No, this is Patrick.
I'm not an Impossible Prom King.
This is Patrick.
Oh, if someone introduced you as next time, like on a podcast, like this is Impossible Prom Kings, you're like, no, this is Patrick.
Yeah, facts. 100%.
And just
Fucking
try
love
and get them into it too, and just if they like no, it's Impossible Prom Kings. No, this is Patrick.
I gotta show something real fast though. Since we're talking about the SpongeBob shit, I had made this old flyer. Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it?
Okay, I gotta see this before we wrap this bad boy up officially.
Where is it? Do I have it on here? God damn it. Hold on. It's on my phone, actually. That might be easier. Hold on. I gotta hurry up. So
Just make sure you send the flyer to me too, so I can make sure it's clearly labeled in this whole entire process.
Yeah.
so you can like blow it
It's
up
old
on the
and
screen.
it's not
yeah.
accurate anymore, but it's funny as shit. Where the fuck is it? Oh my god, I gotta scroll.
It's chicken SpongeBob,
I
right?
found it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So it's a SpongeBob theme. We put our crown from our logo and fucking gave chicken SpongeBob lip rings and a nose ring.
Skinny Bottom has
And we
our show
gave-
dates and stuff.
And
on
we
it.
gave Plankton fucking eyeliner and spider
Well,
blades.
what are we gonna call the tour?
It was the "We Are Going on Tour," like in the chicken SpongeBob scratch. Dude. So we might have to put that
We
out
gotta
at
do
some
something.
point.
you gotta rehash that. You gotta bring that back out again.
We drunkenly spent like 4 hours on
Yeah,
that shit,
dude.
dude. Like we just sat behind a computer, like that's fucking hilarious. Do that.
All while there's a case of PBR that's gone from completely full to finish in those 4 hours.
Facts.
PBR,
100%.
Natty Ice,
Natty
Hams.
Ice,
Matty
Hams.
Ice, Grain Belt,
Shout out to
Northeastern.
Hams, great beer.
Oh, Hams, Land of Sky Blue Waters. There we go.
Yeah.
Get some old style out there. Go back to those Illinois roots for you.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
I
we're all
miss it
doing it.
much.
Oh, I'll drink it out here still. I don't give a shit.
I
I'll
miss the
drink-
corn.
I
I
miss
miss
the
corn in
corn.
Illinois. The corn's
Yeah.
different here. It's not as good.
You just hit me where it matters, man. In the cornfields.
The cornfield. I love it.
I'm
Holy shit.
gonna be mad at you now and just go.
I will say though, I've spent most of my adult life in Wisconsin. I lived in like the sort of like near the Madison area.
Okay.
Wisconsin.
Then I won't be surprised if you lived most of your adult life there that I probably ran into you at a show, and if you were in the pit, I probably hit you at some point.
Mhm.
So,
Oh,
hey, buddy,
wait, are you that guy that? No, that's not you.
maybe it was. I don't know.
It was just all I saw was a foot.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Do you own this shoe?
Do you?
I see your shoes, dude. You want to fucking throw down right now?
Fuck yeah, let's do it. And then all of a sudden, a minute later, want to go get a beer?
Yeah, facts.
Start off, boy.
Dude, that's how it goes.
And that's how it goes, and that's how it rolls. Well, guys, I want to thank you for taking the time for being on the podcast today. This was not only like full of great tidbits, but also off the walls as fuck.
I love it, dude. Thank you so much for having us.
Dude, I couldn't ask for it any other way. So I'm going to end this episode with 3 things. So first things first, this is Impossible Prom Kings. They got a brand new EP coming out, expected early 2025, called Diary of a Shattered Past. They've got new music out right now, especially with the brand new song Chastise, which just dropped at the end of October. They're part of Ghost Killer Entertainment. And I know what you're wondering. Where the hell can I find these guys? Where the hell can I get to know about these guys? And where should I, listen to them? So here's what you're going to do. You're going to the description of this podcast where it says, find Impossible Prom Kings online. Links and labels for everything are going to be down there. For their social media, for YouTube, for where you can stream their music, where they're going to be playing live. If they got merch out there, we're going to link it down there too so you can support these guys. There's probably some crazy SpongeBob-esque shirt out there with their logo on it. So that's hopefully not infringing on copyright, but if it is, maybe they'll get away with it like Ice Nine Kills with all the, the horror tropes in Disney. It's happened before, so you never know. So go check them out. Go support these guys. I'm doing all the hard work for you. Just click a link and go do it. Now it's time for number 2. Guys, I knew I was going to say this before we hit the record button because it's something I like to make a promise to for every single band I bring on the podcast that I enjoy having on the podcast as a way for me to say thank you. And I want to continue to support you in the future. So here's the promise. Not an if. Fuck saying if, because if implies it might not happen. When implies this is going to happen, we just don't have a day or time yet. When I get to see you perform live for the first time, I will find you guys. I will come and say hi to you. But that's not the promise. The promise is first round's on me.
Let's go!
I promise the second one's on me.
Facts.
And if you guys end up playing that show at X-Ray, I might not necessarily get the first round. I might just walk in with a 30-pack of hams and just drop it in your merch and be like,
let's do it.
We're even. Because that's happened before.
We'll share too, man. Don't worry.
It's like, we get 29 of them, Kevin. You get 1. I'm like, well, there's already 29 in there. I already took 1 out, so you guys get 28. I get 2. One's already stuck in here, so we're looking fine.
Hell yeah.
But it'll happen. Now it's time for number 3, guys. I cannot end this by saying goodbye. That is way, way, way too final. I made you guys a promise. Beyond that, though, I also want to make sure that this is not your only time here on the Chord Progression Podcast. I want to make sure you guys come back again because this was a hell of a lot of fun. Would love to continue to talk to you guys in the future, continue to support the band. So this is not goodbye, my friends. This is, I'll see you later.
Hell yeah. Thank you. Thanks
Peace
for
out.
having us, man.
Thanks for having us.
Well, folks, this is my interview with Kyle Hunter and Tyler from the band Impossible Prom Kings. Now it's time for Kevin's final thoughts. So this one was an insane amount of fun. I mean, right from the get-go, these guys had energy and just this overall comfortability that remind me of doing episodes with bands like Avoid, with bands like Dead Bundy, or with any of the artists that we brought on multiple times. But like when I think about like the first ones that jump on, I mean, I think of Avoid, like this one where these guys were instantly comfortable. They were instantly just having a great time. And it shows not only in their music, where it's just that collaboration effort between these guys really makes sense, but you can tell that this is just something that's going to be special. You don't see bands like this often where they just come in, they're fully themselves, and they just fly with it. And I absolutely love it. Beyond that, though, I love what they said about Diary of a Shattered Past their music, where they're going to take a look at just, trying to see where their music can go. They're going to have fun with it. But they're not worried about the thousands of people that aren't listening to it, though. They're worried about the people that are going to be listening to it and hopefully making an impact on their lives, like the many musicians that have impacted theirs. And you're seeing it happen where just a random meetup after a set at Rockfest in Cadott, Wisconsin, led Hunter and Kyle to get to know each other, to hang out with each other. It's part of their singing Blink-182 songs through the porta potties to each other. I would say that's weird, but it's not. You want to know why? Because I've done that random shit before too with friends. It's funny as hell. And that's the way you get to know people. I also really enjoy their origin stories too, because it shows you by just being open to the experience and just being yourself and taking a chance on something can lead to not only some of the best friendships you're ever going to find, but at the same time lead to something that's going to allow you to achieve your dreams. You just got to be open to the experience. I want to thank the gents. I almost said the guys, gents, but I'm going to go with gents. for being on the podcast today. If you want to find Impossible Prom Kings, go stream the podcast where we have their links and labels for everything down there for you to get to know them, along with getting ready for Die for Shattered Pass come out in early 2025. Be sure to follow us on the Chord Progression Podcast. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube right down here. Make sure you subscribe for all the episodes we're putting out every single Tuesday and Thursday and the Friday reaction videos. Hit the like button as well to make sure you're liking these videos. And hey, that's always a good idea, so go and do that. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Links in the description of the podcast below. I want to thank Kyle, Hunter, and Tyler for coming on. Go and enjoy their music. And now, that's going to be it for me. Thank you very much for listening to the Chord Progression Podcast. My name is Kevin, and you guys know how I end every single one of these episodes. Big, healthy, and hearty. See ya! Yeah.